everyone on YouTube. My name is Zizilemakhubela and I create beauty and lifestyle content and everything YouTube good. And in today's video, I am doing a story time. And you guys, this story time really makes me upset. Like, I'm so aggravated, to be honest with you, because I was scammed by Propaganda Pretoria. Propaganda, the club, the biggest club in Pretoria, the one in Central, the one with the big red P on it, on their logo and whatever. That one, yo. Even now, I'm just like, hey boy. I'm even standing. I'm telling the story. I'm standing up because like I'm like this thing is just, oh, they bore me so much. So just to give you guys a little background story about what the story time is about. Yesterday I went on Instagram and I saw a post from Propaganda saying that they're looking for hostesses and bottle girls and whatever. And for me that was extremely triggering because they had been looking for hostesses I think around March, and I had applied, and let me tell you, they scammed the hell out of me. Okay, so now I'm seeing them looking for like new girls and I'm like, yo, there's no ways. I am so sure that these people are gonna do the same thing that they did to me. So I just wanted to do this video for like awareness of some sort, and obviously I know you guys like Indaba, so you're welcome. So let me just start the story from the beginning and what happened to me, how it began, how it started, how it ended, and all of that good stuff and everything in between, right? Because also I know people are interested in hearing like the tea about how it's like to be like a bottle girl or whatever. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of tea on that as well. So yeah, let's start the story. Okay, so let's start the story from the beginning so that you guys get context and proper background, right? Okay, so this one day I'm scrolling through my Instagram and I see a post from Propaganda saying that they're looking for hostesses, bottle girls, and party starters. So I'm immediately interested because who doesn't want to get paid to party? I mean, so I apply and I text them on WhatsApp. The instructions were to text on WhatsApp, send in your pictures and your Instagram handle. And they replied, I think 2 days later, and they said I must pull through at Propaganda on Thursday. It was around March. I don't remember the exact date, but it was around March on a Thursday. So they said I must pull through, dress the part, look nice, and come through at 6 o'clock. So Thursday comes, I pull through at 6 o'clock. So immediately when I walk in, you guys, I feel like the red flags started from the minute that I walked into Propaganda. But you know, like when you give, like, it's Propaganda, you don't really think it's a big deal. You just think, sometimes there's no place that doesn't have problems. So like you just ignore the red flags and you just like, I know it's cool. Let's see what happens, right? Okay, so I walk in and the first thing that I noticed is that there is so many of us. I bet there was over like 50 girls there. There were so many of us, but it didn't really bother me because I'm one of those people that are always like on 100. Like I'm always confident in myself. Like I didn't think it was a big deal to me. I just thought, damn, there's a lot of us. Obviously this is gonna take longer. That was basically my main concern. But anyways, so when we get there, we're not really instructed to do anything except to just sit in the waiting area. So we're just sitting there with no instruction, like I said, and I start seeing this guy walking around taking girls from one place to another. And like I said, I don't know what's going on because nobody addressed us, right? So he's walking around and I automatically assume that he's the one who's dealing with this whole thing, who's doing the interviews, or like, yeah. So his name is Tando, by the way. Tando. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. Okay, his name is Tando. And so we waited in that waiting area for probably plus or minus an hour, and then after that he started taking girls to like the outside area because we were sitting inside And then he started taking girls to the outside area, the smoking area. And then I was one of the girls that he took there after a while. And then sorry. Okay, so they move us to the smoking area, right? So when we get there, yo guys, gabanza, it was so cold that day. It was so cold that day. And basically the only instructions we got when we were outside, Tando gave us blank sheet of paper to write our names and our Instagram handles. And that was the only instruction we got. So after that, we were just again chilling and sitting, not knowing what's going on. And we sat there for like we sat there for like an hour or so as well. Like, yo, it was so cold. I remember I was looking cute, but like, damn, it was so cold. So eventually, around past 9, can you imagine? Around past 9, they take us inside. So at least now we are a bit warmer, and they make us sit on the VIP area, so at least we are a bit comfortable, right? And again, they make us wait with no instruction. It's already past 9, and I'm like, hey, well, when is this interview going to start? So I start seeing Tando going left and right, taking girls up and down. So I again assume that the interviews have started, right? And they had indeed started. So I was lucky enough to be part of the first few girls that went into the interview. So I was grateful for that because, yo, we had been waiting for so long already. Like, I just wanted to be done and go home. Little did I know. Because when I get there, so Tando takes me to the office in the first floor. And when I get there, Hoitimang is sitting there, chilled vibes, smoking his vape, and I'm grateful for that because, like, obviously, when you go to an interview, it's kind of nerve-wracking. So, like, if you come in and there's like a chilled vibe, I appreciated that, and I was able to relax. And then we start talking. I say hi, he says hi, we introduce ourselves. And then I think I said something that for some reason Hoitimang took it and ran with it and started asking me the most inappropriate, guys, the most inappropriate, the most unprofessional questions ever. Like, he starts going at me with these questions, and I'm just like, this has nothing to do with me and this job and propaganda. Like, why are you asking me these questions? It was so awkward for me, you guys. And you can tell what's in there. He's like, he's entertained, and like, he's really interested in knowing these things. And I'm like, they have nothing to do with this. I'm not even gonna mention what he was asking about because cringe. But it was nothing sexual. I have to put it out there because I know some people might be thinking, Guti, now he's making sexual advances and stuff like that. It was nothing like that, but it was inappropriate and it was unprofessional, and it was just really, really weird. Luckily, Tando stepped in and he diverted the conversation to go back into an actual interview. And so once I was done with the interview, they tell me, okay, so we would like to shortlist you. So please don't go home until we're done conducting the entire interviews so that we can show you guys the club. So we can give you a tour of the club, basically. So I'm like, okay, thanks. But like, what do you mean shortlist? So they like, oh no, it just means we want to work with you, we'd like to see if we can work with you. I'm like, okay. I feel like in that moment, I feel like I needed more information, but at the same time I was like, it's fine, it's fine, maybe they'll explain later when they gather us together, right. So I go back to the waiting area, and we wait, guys. We had to wait until all of the interviews were over. And guess what? The interviews were over around 1-ish on Friday. Can you imagine going to an interview at 6 o'clock and then coming back home at 2 o'clock in the morning, the next morning? Guys, what? So anyways, we waited because, I don't know, I was just I don't know why I even did that to myself. I should have just went home. But anywho, they gather us. When they gather us, they basically tell us like, welcome to Propaganda, the biggest club in Pretoria. You know, who knows, it's just selling propaganda to us, you know, taking us to a tour. This is the best club in Pretoria, da 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 da, you know, all of that stuff. And then he goes on to explain like what our role is as hostesses and bottle girls or whatever. So basically, getting paid to party isn't like the most glamorous thing, because number one, you have to always look like you're having a good time, even if you're not really having a good time. But because you are being paid to party, you have to look like you're having a good time, so other people can look at you and be like, damn, she's having a good time, so I'm gonna have a good time too, right? And secondly, well, firstly, that's the second one. The first one, the most important one that they told us was, your job is to make money for the club and then make money for yourself. So basically, they were just telling us that you need to be entertaining the dudes that have money to buy you alcohol, and then you have to drink that alcohol so that they can buy more alcohol, you know, make them buy mahabli, smoke those hablis, you know. That's just your job. Making people spend money is your job. So yeah, basically that was the whole thing. So after that whole introduction thing, they told us you can go back or go home. Either way, they're good. We'll see tomorrow. So I immediately went home because I was so hungry. Like, and I wasn't having it anymore. So I went home, and the next day they created a WhatsApp group called Propaganda Premium. Tando created the WhatsApp group, and all of the girls were in it. So they sent in the poster for the day, posted on your Instagrams, posted on WhatsApp, invite people, and then they send this hideous, my God, they send this hideous message that goes like, do your best to bring big spenders, da 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 da, which, okay, fine, understandable. And then they say you need to bring 3 friends that are going to be your guests, and they must be beautiful and they must wear heels. No, I'm sorry. Tando said no ugly ducklings. That's what he said. That is those exact words that I'm telling you guys. No ugly ducklings. Bring 3 friends wearing heels. No ugly ducklings. How disrespectful. Anyway, I ain't collab to be in a store. So that day I brought a friend. I brought my housemate, my flatmate, and I pulled through a propaganda. And Tando had actually sent me a private message to say I should wear black because I'm gonna be one of the bottle girls, which I was happy about because I really did want to have like a specific job so that I can make sure that I work hard at that job so that when they see me not entertaining dudes, it's not a problem. Because hey, one thing about me, like people that know me personally, they know like, yo, my tolerance from men is like this. That's my tolerance for men. Like I can't do it. It's not my thing. I don't like it. I just mm-mm. So yeah, that was my game plan. So I was really happy about the whole bottle girl service thing. Yeah. So I get there, and honestly, the first day, this is Friday, right? The first day was actually fun. I'm not gonna lie, like it was fun. It was interesting. Even though it was tiring, I will, hey guys, it was so tiring, let me tell you. Because obviously you wear heels, they force, oh, sorry, they kind of force you to wear heels. So you are wearing heels for literally hours and hours. You get there at 6 o'clock and you go home at 2 o'clock and you're still on your heels. And as a bottle girl, for me, oh, no ways. Oh, no ways. Excuse me if you see a tear shedding or whatever. I don't know what happened, but my eye is really irritated. But it's zizilemakhubela. So on Friday, like I said, it was a very fun day for me. And let me be honest with you guys, the girls did such a stellar job that day. They got guys to buy bottle after bottle after bottle. The girls were drinking champagne like crazy. There was like three guys that were there, ne? And at first they looked like stingy dudes, but I don't know how, somewhere, somehow the girls managed to get them to like be the big ballers of the night. So like their booth was filled with girls like this, and bottle after bottle, me just delivering the bottles, just being the girl. And let me tell you, after the whole thing, after the whole party, none of the three guys went home with any girl, and you could tell that they were so frustrated. Shame, because yeah, Mio, they were so frustrated because when we were going home, I even saw one dude speaking to Hoitima. I don't know what they were speaking about, but like you could tell that he was so frustrated. Like you could tell with yay guys, you were used, because none, let me tell Maniti, none, I mean none of the girls went home with any of those dudes, literally. So after the night was over, my feet were hurting. Like, hey, my feet were hurting. You know how when you wear heels for a while, your feet start hurting, and then you take off your heels and you're good? In that instance, even when I took off my heels, I wasn't good. My feet still hurt. Even the next day, my feet were hurting like a motherfucker. But anyhow, so they gather us after the night is over, and they say, okay guys, thanks for pulling through, thanks for working. So today we're only gonna give you guys transport money, and then we'll talk about the other monies later on. So we are a bit confused because like transport money, they gave us 150. They gave us all 150s. Mundu 150. One person 150 for transport. That's what they said. So I was a bit unsettled about that, but at the same time I was like, okay, it's fine. It's late now. Maybe they'll do something tomorrow, right? So okay, I was cool with that. I was like, okay, I'll come back tomorrow. Maybe they'll fix it tomorrow or whatever. Okay. So tomorrow comes. It's a Saturday. It's a very exciting day because, honey, Nasty C is coming. Blackie is coming. I was actually excited about Nasty C. I didn't know Blackie. I actually became a fan of Blackie that very same night because I watched his performance and I was like, no, man, this boy is talented. Like, that's when I just completely fell. In love with him. So Saturday was quite a hectic day. Saturday was hectic. I think that was the day that we worked the most, because, and it was so frustrating also. It was a very frustrating day because it was so full day. We didn't even have like a table where we were sitting at as hostesses, which was extremely frustrating because now you have to go around asking people to like stand on their table, and it's just like really awkward, especially for me because I didn't even have drinks. I wasn't even drinking because I was not about to use my money buying alcohol there when they hadn't paid me. Like there was no ways I was doing that. So I was like literally not drinking anything. So it was extremely awkward to come up to people and be like, hey, can I just chill on your guys' table? Anyway, it was a very hectic day. It was fun as well, but very hectic. My feet, God, my feet. Yo, I can't even begin to explain how painful my feet were. And then the night was over. After the night was over, they actually gave us 150s again. They gave us 150s for transport, and we are all just like, really? Again? After so much work, Pella? At that time, like, guys, it was only 2 days that we worked at that point, but it felt like we had worked a whole weekend because that's how tiring that job is. So we were like, cool. Oh, I'm forgetting to tell you guys the part where on the Saturday, on the Saturday they brought in this girl that I think she works there propaganda. Yo, no, woo! That's why I said Saturday was frustrating. This girl was rude as a hell. I have never met someone like her. And the most annoying thing about her is the fact that she is so gorgeous, you guys. Like, she has this beautiful body and this beautiful, perfect skin. Like, she's just gorgeous. But, like, the minute she opens her mouth, oh, hi, bro. That girl is rude. Everyone was talking about her. We were just like, hi, bro, when you are rude, Shem. Like, you are so rude. We didn't tell her that, but like, she was damn rude. So she was on that day. She was kind of like the leader for the bottle girls, and she was teaching us a few things because obviously we don't know nothing. That was my first time being a bottle girl, so she did help out a bit. Telling you to make what is this um teaching us that you have to bring the most expensive bottle first, and then the bottles, they come into the people ngokudura kwawo, like the most expensive, the second expensive, and then the least expensive bottle goes at the back and all of that. So that was interesting to learn. But Haibo, that girl was rude. And on that day, she was the one who gave us the 150s. And Samoa, we went home. What can we say? Again, that is definitely a red flag, but which is like, personally, in my head, I'm like, it's fine. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because it's propaganda. I mean, they'll pull through. It's a legit business. It's not like this is a scam. It's a legit business, so they'll pull through. Just be patient. So then the next day comes. Obviously, it's a Sunday. Sunday was, honestly, it was boring, but also personally I had the most fun on Sunday because so like you are used to like being there, and you're a bit more comfortable. And on that Sunday, I had made friends with one of the girls. Let's call her Rose because she's beautiful. She's as beautiful as a rose. Roses are gorgeous, so she's gorgeous too, so I'm gonna call her Rose. Rose and I decided that day that we are going to have fun. We've been working so hard and these people haven't paid us. So we're just gonna do the job that we came here to do, but we're also gonna have fun. So what we did was we downed the complimentary drinks that they give us, which taste so horrible. Let me tell you, they taste so horrible. So they give us complimentary drinks when we get to the club, and then around 10ish they cut them off and they basically tell you to go hustle for your own drinks, right? So the complimentary drinks were tasted horrible, but they got us drunk very quickly. And the reason why they got us drunk so quickly is because, guys, they dash Gordons with Fox. Do you know that cider called Fox? They dash Gordons with Fox. That's why it tastes so horrible, and yet it's very effective in its job. So me and her literally just went on those complimentary drinks, as horrible as they tasted, because there was no ways we were spending our own money. Dude, I saw girls buying ice tropees there. Most of the girls, they didn't want to drink the complimentary drinks because, like I said, they tasted horrible. So they would buy like ice tropee, and I'm like, what? Ice tropee there is 150. One bottle of ice tropee is 150. That's the 150 that they're gonna give you for you to go home, and you're gonna buy 3 ice tropee. Those girls did not love themselves. I was just like, I know ways, not me. Definitely not me. I did not. So Rose and I went down on the drinks, like I said, and we had such a blast. Sunday was really nice. It was actually a slow night, so we were able to just enjoy ourselves. They even allowed us to sit on one of the booths, because there wasn't like a lot of people. So it was really fun personally. And then gosh, there was a part where I think on Sunday they were kind of desperate to make money because nobody had even bought a bottle of champagne that day. So there was this one guy that kept on looking at me, ne, that Sunday. He kept on looking at me because I looked hot. I looked so hot that day. So he kept on looking at me, and the girls kept on like telling me to go like talk to him and whatever. And I did not want to go talk to him. I just told the girls, nah, I'm shy, guys. I can't go talk to him because I'm shy. Lies. I am not shy. If there's one thing about me, I'm not a shy person. But like, I just didn't want to go and speak to the guy. But they just kept on pestering me. So I decided, let me go talk to this guy. So I come to him. I'm like, hi. And he's very welcoming. Obviously, he's been eyeing at me. So he's very welcoming. He's like, hi. I'm like, how you doing? Are you having a good time? And he's like, yeah. And then I don't really remember the whole conversation, but he basically asked me, what time are you leaving here? And I told him I'm leaving when they close because I work here. I can't leave before then. And he's like, alright, I'll wait for you. Huh? Wait for me? Like, what kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense is that? I was like, Lorna, this is the reason why I didn't want to speak to him, because there's no ways you're gonna be looking at me for over an hour and you don't come and approach me and offer me to buy me drinks. Like for me, like I don't like kutinagisa, because then it's like I have to beg this person to buy me drinks. And first of all, like I said, I don't really like men. I really don't. So now for me to have to go to a person and ask them to buy me drinks, that's just something that I wasn't going to do. And clearly that was something that he was not willing to do. And I knew that. And I wanted to tell the girls to be like, I told you that this is why I didn't want to go talk to him. But I was just like, okay, all right, cool. They're gonna get off my backs now. I'm fine. Little did I know, Mundu wakhona uhleli naThando. He's sitting, chilling with Tando. So Tando sees that homeboy is looking at me. So Tando calls me. He's like, Zizi, come here. So I come there. He's like, have you guys met? I'm like, yeah, we've met. We talked. And he was like, cool, that's nice then. And he walks away and he leaves me to speak to this guy again. And I'm like, dude, this guy, I get serious. Like, he's not willing to be, he doesn't want to spend his money. Can you guys just leave me be? Can you guys let me be? So I talked to him again and he says the same thing again. I'll wait for you. So I'm like, yo, I'm taking L's with this guy. I'm not winning. Vele, I'm not good at this thing. So nje, ngiyaphuma kuye. I left him alone, and luckily he went home. He didn't even wait for me, which I was very grateful for. And after that night was over, guys. Hey, after that night was over, I was the self-appointed leader of the girls, right? Like when I say self-appointed, I really mean self-appointed, because I literally appointed myself as the leader. So much so that that Sunday, I was the one giving the 150s. Like literally, the captain, he gave me the envelope with money, with the 150s. And yes, 150s again, yes. He gave me, he gave me the envelope with 150s, and I was the one dishing the 150s to the girls, like I was the girl, VLNJ. I was actually very happy about that, because then I felt like it meant something, like they trust me, I'm really doing good, da 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 da. Alright, cool. The night ends, and yeah, that's it for Sunday. And then so Monday comes, and Monday, let me tell you, I am so exhausted. At that point, I am exhausted. And then later in the day, Tando sends a post to say we are working again on Monday. Yo, the same post that he posts every day. bring 3 friends on heels, no ugly ducklings, come with big spenders. And I'm just like, even on a Monday, like after that whole weekend, you want us to come and work on a Monday. Footage, you didn't even pay us for that whole weekend. Like, what? So I sent Tando a text. I'm like, dude, I can't come today or any day during the week because I have very early classes and I cannot compromise my education. And that was true because I had classes that start at 7:30 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was lucky that that Monday was actually a holiday, so I was there were no classes. Otherwise, I was not gonna be able to make it to class at 7:30 when I came back home at 3 o'clock, and I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, you are so tired after that job. You come back, you sleep, and you wake up like very, very, very late. So yeah, I sent him that text and he was like, no, it's fine, it's cool. So I was like, okay, thanks. And then Tuesday, he sends another message to say, hi guys, today we're not working, just pull through for us to have a good time and just chill. So I decided not to go because I just was not interested in I was not interested in going there to spend my money when I have schoolwork and it's a weekday and they didn't even pay me. I was just like, I can't do it. I literally, I couldn't do it. So that was fine. Then it was Wednesday. Nothing. There was no job or anything. I'm not sure if there was a job or not. I think there was no job on that day. They didn't communicate or anything. So, and then on Thursday, I don't know if it was morning or afternoon. Hey, on Thursday, that's when the whole scam came to play. When I realized, Hori, no man, this was a scam. So on Thursday, I see messages from Propaganda Premium, the WhatsApp group. It says, Tando removed 076 span ban ban ban. Tando removed disco. Tando removed Rose. Tando removed span ban. I'm like, and then Tando removed you. I'm like, what's going on? And a lot of the girls are texting me. They're asking me like, hey, what's going on? Pila, again, I told you I was the self-appointed leader. So they're asking me like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. Me and you, same WhatsApp group. I don't know what's going on. So I immediately text Tando and I ask him, like, Tando, what's going on? What does it mean for you to take us out of the group? And Tando Gray texts me, guys. And that's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. Literally, ghost. Yangiba. Ghosted. We were ghosted just like that. No pay. A whole weekend of hard labor. Guys, that was so tiring. That weekend was the most tiring weekend of my life. No pay, nothing, just ghost. The group was left with Hoitimang and Tando, and that was it. Everyone was out. Tando was not responding to messages, and I honestly only messaged him once because I wasn't about to message him again because he saw the post, like he saw the message. He definitely saw the message. So I was like, whatever. I'm gonna accept that I was scammed, because one thing about scammers that I know is that scammers don't care. Like, if a scammer scams you and you ask them and they ignore you, just let it go, let it be, accept that you were scammed, because they don't care, okay? Like, you can try and fight them or whatever, and they don't care. Like, there's not even one bone in them that's gonna be shaken. Even this video, Mos, I bet even if Hoitimang and Tando watch this video, they won't care. Like, that's just the nature of scammers. Banjalo nje. So that is how I got scammed by Propaganda. And what really annoys me is that they have the audacity to post again to say that they're looking for hostesses after what they did to us. Like, hey bro, like, couldn't you have just like been decent people to us, then you wouldn't have to look for other people. Not like, what are you trying to do now? That's why I'm saying I feel like they are trying to scam other girls too, because hey bro, like we were there, like I told you guys, there was over 50 girls that had come in March to audition for this job that they're advertising now, and now they're advertising it again after scamming us. What does that mean? What does it mean? Anyway, the takeaway from this whole thing, this whole situation that I got, is that it's extremely important that before you do any job for anyone or in any company, doesn't matter how legit you think the company is, if you do not have anything that was written down, if there wasn't a written agreement of what you are required to do and what they will do for you in return, please, please guys, don't do the job. Do not work, do not put in so much effort into something that you can't even. Pelanyalo, they legally, they did nothing wrong. Legally, propaganda did nothing wrong. I couldn't take them to court or anything because I mean, there was no contracts that were signed, and I feel like on my part, I will take responsibility to say maybe I was too trusting. But then again, like, why would you think propaganda is gonna scam you? Like, guys, come on, like, why would you think propaganda, a whole propaganda would scam you? Like, why would they do that? Like, what do they have to gain from scamming you? Like, oh, come on, like you won't even think it honestly. So yeah, I can't blame myself too much, but just enjoy for future reference. For myself, I really did learn that I will never work for any club or any business or any person if I do not have something that is written on paper and I can take to court if they ever decide to do something like this to me. And yeah, that's the end of the story, guys. If you are watching this and you wanted to go apply, I'm not going to tell you not to apply, but I'm also not going to tell you to apply. It really is just your decision, because at the end of the day, you could either apply and get better treatment than I did, or you can apply and get worse treatment than I did, or you can apply and get the exact same treatment that I did. I don't know. Do what you feel is going to be best for you, and honestly, good luck to the next group of girls. I hope you get better treatment. I really do, and I'm out.